Why do you think? You're women. Riddle me that.
I mean, for a girl who's not pregnant or, you know, hasn't already had a child, I know a lot of girls who think that it'll change the situation or change the person's mentality.
Okay.
For, you know, for someone who is already pregnant, again, my mentality is as soon as I found out I was pregnant was I made this bed.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
you know.
Okay.
But other than that, I couldn't tell you.
Okay. All right. Listen, when we come back after this commercial break here, we are going to talk about women being men. You know, I always said that, you know, a woman cannot be a man. You know, a woman cannot raise a boy as effectively as a man can. We want to talk about that when we come back, among some other things. So what we're going to do is go to a commercial break. So we'll be back in 2 and 2 or 2 times 2. You're watching the Keith Qualder Show. Topic is single parent mothers, the new parent. All right, so we'll be back. You guys are doing great. This is good. We're going to be picking the show up. So this is. Journey into the mind of a boy struggling to become a man in a world full of chaos and confusion. Searching outside of himself for a peace that can only be found within. Full of action, adventure, romance, and drama. Miles to go. Captivating from beginning to end. Give me some of that. I mean, I want to read the book. You know, you didn't bring one with.
What your kids do sometimes. If you haven't raised them from when they were from infant to try to get them, even if you have, when they get to be a certain age, some kids, today's kids, do what they want to do. You mentioned earlier that respect isn't there, and there's no fear. There's no real consequence for what is being done, other than some jail time.
All-Stars, and there was definitely a great selection in the women, female category. I'm going to start off with a couple of introductions.
No.
No, you straight?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Years, man. You couldn't find your daughter in 44 years? You know, some people are going to probably thinking, well, did he really try to look for his daughter?
Right.
You know, I mean, keeping it real.
Yeah, I know what
you know. What are some of the things that you did to try to get in touch with your daughter? Let me ask you this. What is the last thing you remember about your daughter?
I remember last time I said she was a little girl running around. You know, she's very active. You know, and I never forget that.
Right here. Leela?
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Mays, here's your daughter, Leela.
Oh. Oh, my God. I don't believe it.
Believe it, sir. You're on Citizen Television. Your daughter's right here. You're hugging her. That's your daughter.
I don't
That's your baby.
believe it. I can't believe it.
Take as much time as you need. That you bring to the table more than what other dance studios around?
Dancing school is different.
You know, I don't know if it's because, you know, he's a little bit younger than I am. You know, would you guys stand up for me if
We learn to sacrifice.
No questions asked.
Of course.
But majority of the time, that always happens because we always fight.
But women don't do that, though. Women, you stick with each other
Regardless.
thick and thin, regardless.
Right or wrong.
Regardless.
Support groups. They'll form a group on you right now. Understand? One right here.
Now. I like that. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. So we're back, and I don't want to waste any time at all. We want to get right back to the conversation. And one piece I wanted to piggyback up on was, you know, women playing the role of men. Do you really feel? I always went against this right here. When a woman says, "I can be the mother and the father to this baby," do you feel that? Honestly, feel that?
When I first got pregnant, I was ecstatic that I had a boy, and my friend's mom looked at me and was like, "Are you crazy?"
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "There's no way you can be a father to that boy. You can't teach him how to be a man. You can only teach him how to be the kind of man that you would like."
Okay, that's
you know what I'm
deep.
saying?
Okay. Yep.
So, and at the time, I was like, "I'm 19. What are you talking about, lady? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?"
Yeah.
But as he got older and as I matured as a person, I agree. I can't teach him how to be a man. I can teach him how to be the kind of man I would want him to be, you know, but I can't be his father. I can be the kind of mom who shows you how to do the right things, and, you know, I never claim to be his dad, never.
Gotcha.
You know, I say, like, sometimes, like, I'm mommy and daddy, but I don't
Right.
say it with, like, I'm your father, like, you
Right.
know.
Right.
No, I can't be your father.
Right.
Be the best mother possible.
Because I've seen, and I like the way you just now ended that, to be the best mother possible. Do you guys agree with that right there?
Yes, I
Yes,
definitely
I
agree.
do.
Okay.
I agree.
Because, you know, I've seen some moms, you know, and I listen, I get it, you know, you're the mother, you got, you know, you don't have that father figure, like you said, you try to get some of the, you know, family members to get involved, and maybe they might not have time, or they feel it's not their job or whatever, which I mean,
Or they just
I'm
don't
totally,
care.
yeah,
It's
you
your
know,
responsibility.
your
Absolutely.
responsibility. I get that, you know, you made your bed, you lying, and all this good old stuff. But I've seen some moms that try to play the man part, you know, or try to do the father part, and it's done a little bit over, you know, where they try to do the yelling and put the bass in their voice, and, you know, it's like the kid looking at them like, no, well, you're not. I'm not feeling you on this right here.
It's
You
true.
know, just like, you know, I can't, you know, braid my baby girl's hair or anything like that, you know, and I hate changing diapers and stuff like that, you know. I can't breastfeed or anything like that, but I can't put bass in my voice. And kids at the school, you know, actually, and I'm sorry, Lincoln Bassett Community School, look at me and other males at the school, you know, with wide eyes, you know, and they listen to us. You know, you're going to say something, Joe Marie.
Well, I feel that every boy needs a father.
A father or a male figure?
A man, well, a father and a male figure, but that to show him, because even though, like you said, you know, you try to be the best mother you can, and I could too, and you as well, but there's times that our boys will wish that they could have that man talk. We can't give them that. Like, I could give my daughter, you know, woman to woman talk, but to my son, he's a boy. You know, they need that strong voice as a man, you know, like that man figure, you know, a man to a man, because there's such things that they can't tell us, you know, because they need that advice from a male.
Right.
And I think even still, I mean, I get this a lot from my mom, is that I'm being too hard on my son. And
Like you're overdoing it.
right. And then in my mind, I'm like, I'm not overdoing it because he needs that structure. Even though I can't be the man, like, he needs that, like, no, you're going to do A, B, and C, and you're going to sit down and do it, and you're going to do it, you know, and I have to be like that. Even though some people don't agree, I have to be that way.
But you're
But
just
do
trying to do the best
right.
thing for
There
him.
was a couple of times, even in the green room back there, when, you know, when little man was getting ready to do a
Right.
couple of things, you know, I was like, leave him alone, man.
Right,
But you
right.
knew his action before that.
Right.
And I was saying to you, well, I knew his action. I knew he was getting a little bit close to the door. And I knew he was going to go in the door, But I wanted to see if he was going to do it. And I knew to
Right.
correct him real quick, but you wanted to stop it before it even happened.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're his mom, you know.
Right.
So you know, you knew it a lot ahead than I did, but men parent a little bit differently than what women would parent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we let them go ahead and jump off of 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah, it's
You know,
true.
we let them go ahead and throw rocks and see who gonna hit who first, you know, and you know, see what, but you guys know you got to play cleanup and take care of the blood. Be like, just a little bit of blood, you know, he got nicked. And, you know, we want him to play football, you know, and as again, you know, Cowboy fan, we got a problem. You have to turn off your mic and keep on looking across. You're a Cowboy fan, man. But you guys seem like, you know, you're a little bit overprotective, and you should be overprotective,
Very much.
right? I mean, you had them, and you don't want them to get hurt and all the rest of that good old stuff. Do you think that men have the easy way out overall? I mean, it's not our fault that we can't. I always say this on the show. You know, it's not our fault. We can't have babies. God didn't make us that way. We don't have ovaries. But do you think that we have the easy way out?
Yes and no. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I guess, well, yes and no. Just like she said, what do I mean by karma? I say karma, but I say just to, you know, life is not easy for anyone. You know, him taking an easy way out, and then I'm not sure about you, but I get those, he wants to tell me what he's going through. Like, you're going through something, but I'm here raising these kids. You understand what I'm
Without a
saying?
doubt.
But he's
By
not
myself.
asking you what you're going through.
But not asking me what I'm going through,
Exactly.
you know. I see that he's not, you know, going through things, you know, he's not doing positive things in life. He's in and out of jail, you know. I hear that he's in and out of jail, not working, basically still, you know, living off of mom and different.
And I
you
hate
know,
to give
people.
them, I hate to give them these excuses, but do you think, or is it that they didn't have a male role model in their life when they were coming up?
With my case, that was actually what it was. But at the same time, you know, and that's crazy, you know, because I talk and I always try to lift them up and talk positive. I will use like superstars and different other kinds of people. You know, they'll take that and not use it as a crutch. You
Right,
know,
now you use it as a crutch.
You know, don't use that as a crutch.
But
You
that
know,
is
that's
a
supposed to
piece
make
where-
you stronger. You know,
That
so
is a piece where over time, though, you know, generation after generation, you don't have that male role model, somebody to emulate off of. Now, you guys, for the most part, have had a male role model in your life, so you know what it looks like. You know, you've had a strong mother figure in life, so, you know, I feel you, and that's what you are. You know, you guys are strong moms, too, and you guys are playing both roles. But for those guys over generations, from great-grandfather to grandfather to father, didn't have that male role model, when they come up with that stupid answer, well, I was kind of scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. That's the only thing I can think of when they say that I didn't know how to do it. I was scared because they didn't have a father, you know, or they didn't have an effective father. Did yours?
He had a male figure.
Okay.
It may not have been his dad. Him and his dad are hot and cold. But
Right.
his mother married a man who was willing to take care
Okay.
of him.
Okay.
You know, and raise him. And he's a very good man, might I add. So to me, that's no excuse.
Poor excuse.
Because at the end of the day,
Okay.
it's hard, and you're scared. Because I was 19. I'm the one who got pregnant. I'm the one who hit the ground running.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and was I scared? Yeah, but I hit the ground running.
Right.
That's what you got to do.
Right. Right.
So I feel as though being scared and feeling like, you know, I don't know, running is not an option. And there are moments where I could use being a single mom as a crutch. I could have easily been like, oh my God, this is so hard
can't
and
do
whatever,
this,
whatever.
right.
But working 2 jobs, going to school, whatever I got to do to get it done, and I'm going to do it. Like, you know.
I hear you. You talked about karma, and the karma I was thinking about, you know, to piggyback off what you were saying, was later on in life, when that child is 19 years old, 20 years old,
Missing
30
out.
years old, you know, kids are born, you know, now there's grandchildren involved, that karma does kick us back in the butt, you know, because then we can't be there. And then we do have that little boy mentality at an older age to say, I don't know what to say to them. I don't know what to say to my grandkids, you know. Yeah, we miss out on the holidays and stuff like that if we're not involved, but as we start to get older, we do want to know who our kids are.
absolutely.
But now we can't step in that door now.
Jesus.
So karma does come back.
Okay. Just like when you asked me, I'm so
No,
sorry.
you go ahead.
Just
and
like when you
join
asked
up
me,
there.
you know, what I tell my child, you know,